can be heard on the Killer Radio Show on riverwestradio.com. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ryan Mason to the stage. Hey, how's everybody doing? Wow, how loud was that when I just shouted into there? Really loud? You just jumped backwards, you were like, oh, whoa, alright, this guy is super loud and annoying. Awesome, that's how I like to start all my shows. So, recently, I'll get right to it, I ate a moth recently. I ate a moth. I did this on purpose. It was a dare. I was trying to prove how manly I was, and I did. I ate that moth, chugged down some PBR, and it was fine. It was weird, though, the next day when I shit out a jacket with a bunch of holes in it. So, that was weird for me. So I live in a crappy neighborhood, kind of like Jake Cornelli, and I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'm starting to judge my neighborhood by how many grown men are riding little girls' bikes around. I'll ride through my neighborhood in my car and I'll look out, and as soon as I get that look on my face that says, is that guy riding around on a girl's bike? We'll lock eyes and his face will just say, don't you say nothing about this bike. Do not ask me about my bike. I bought this bike. Eventually you're going to see some dude wearing like a tutu riding a little girl's bike, and that's the hardest motherfucker in your neighborhood. So I'm fat. I'm fat. If you look at me this way in profile, I'm fat. I've got a gut. Like, I have this beer gut that I can't get rid of, and I've tried a lot, and I can't really do it. I'm starting to look like a cartoon ant. Like, I'm just... That's what I look like. It's probably fine. Like, I sign a lot of DVDs. It's cool. It's tough though, because like you have to tell a girl like, no, like abs are great, but like a thorax, like that's super strong. It is super strong. Shark Week. Did you guys watch Shark Week? Give it up. Yeah, you better clap with that haircut. Like, you stayed fucking home and watched Shark Week. I can tell because you cut your hair yourself. You could not leave the house. Can you stand up so people can see your hair, Andy? Like, that is, I don't know. It's like Tom York and Sling Blade, like, had a baby. It's not his fault, you guys. It's not his fault. He was going for something. I really apologize. Now they're like biggest laugh of the night. They're like, the guy in the front with the hair. Like, if he gets votes, like those are technically mine. Those are technically mine. So. Shark Week. What the fuck were we talking about? Shark Week. I love Shark Week. I learn something every fucking Shark Week. Totally do. Did you know that they don't know exactly how old sharks are? They don't know this. Like, a bunch of scientists have been cutting them in half to count the rings, but like, sharks don't have rings. News to me. News to me. But there was one scientist on there who said that like he did have an idea of how to actually gauge how old the sharks were. And it was this. They would let the shark drive you to Little League practice, and if an Eagles song came on the radio, they're roughly your dad's age. So, because they like that shit. Can you imagine like sharks, if sharks were into the Eagles though? I don't know. That's not a joke. What if sharks like Don Henley, you guys? What if you put Boys of Summer on? They just fly out of the air. I don't know. I would watch the Extreme Air Sharks set to Don Henley songs. I would watch that. Down at the Sunset Grill. I would watch that. Dirty laundry, you guys. Dirty laundry. Yeah. Kick 'em while they're up, kick 'em while they're down. That's, yeah. He was talking about seals. That's the thing. That's the thing. We can talk about Don Henley all night. I don't my dad and I have is like, he likes the Eagles, and I'll be like, he was better. He should have left. And like my dad will be like, I'm leaving the room. Okay, I cannot be in the same room as you. I love music though. I'm from a shitty area, and I love country western music. And that's because I'm from a shitty place. Like, I love country western music. I don't care if you're booing. Fuck you. You're an idiot. I love it. Like, it speaks to me. I feel it in my fucking bones. Does anybody here like country western music? Clap if you like it. Absolutely no one. Absolutely no one likes it. Well, fuck all you guys. I love country music. I love country western music specifically, because they used to sing about like their problems, and I think that there is no country western music nowadays, because like problems nowadays can't constitute a country western song. It's either that or people's dogs stop running away. That's possible, right? That would be the positive. I just like to think, like, what if people actually had country music songs about what their problems were today? Like, you know, like, I got a healthy fear of Putin. I got an allergy to gluten. But I don't have room on my DVR. Waiting for my PS3 to update. I watch girls pop balloons when I masturbate. But I get migraines and I'm all out of image tracks. That doesn't work, right? Like, that just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. Probably should have ended on the first verse. What do you guys think? Look, this joke, I've got 6 more verses to this song that I'm making up as I go. 6 more verses. So, I went to Whole Foods the other day. Speaking of real white guy shit to do. I went to Whole Foods, and their whole mission is about like recycling and like reusing and being green. And then I saw that they were selling pomegranate seeds in a plastic container. I just thought to myself, like, well, that's really convenient for me. But also, these things also come in a pomegranate. You guys might want to sell them in that. I didn't feel bad buying them. I was like, fuck yeah, who's got time for a pomegranate? Bullshit. They're all sticky. What do you peel a pomegranate? No, I don't fucking know. Like, you just chop it in half and hit it with a spoon or something. I don't know. So I watch a lot of TV. I really have been getting into the shows where people are like buying houses, because I'm 30 almost, and like I'm jealous of people with money. I don't know what it is. But the women buying houses on these, like House Hunters, that show, like, I learned something about women. They are retarded for granite countertops. Like, they are. It does not matter. If you walk a woman into a house that doesn't have granite countertops, they're gonna feel like you fucking lied to her. They get in these houses and they're like, okay, I was led to believe that there were granite countertops in here. Do I look stupid to you? Now take me into the living room. I'd like to take a look at those granite couches. Just want to see those. Do you think I'm gonna put up with that? Okay, do you know the one for across the street? Yeah, Janet with the fucking granite. I'm being made a fool of. Being made a fool of. Is that the light, Dave? Thank you. I don't know. It's not funny for you guys when I acknowledge that. I apologize. You know, I love country western music because of my grandfather, and I love old people. There's one thing that I learned, though, about old men. Is like, old men just like to look at shit. Like, old men, they like to look at shit. Like, that is true. I went to the grocery store the other day, and there was this old man there, and he was just standing in the frozen potato section for what seemed like minutes, just looking at the glass, like talking to himself. And you're like, okay, alright, hash browns, okay, I'm familiar with those. I've seen hash browns before, okay. Waffle fries. Do I know what waffle fries are? fucking shot clock on the glass cases there. That's what I'm saying. Like the buzzer goes off and you can just move on and be like, pearl onions. Oh, you can freeze those. Okay, all right. I saw the same old man outside looking at a car that was not his, holding a sweaty bag of potatoes in the hot sun. So, you know, what is this, a mountain here? I don't see any mountains around here. I'm sure this car could handle it. And then he got hit by a bus. So it was a beautiful story. Thank you very much, you guys. I'm Ryan Mason. You guys